Hey everyone. Hi Mom. Well, I finally finished my junk journal. It's funny, I was on Facebook on the Junk Journal Junkies page, and somebody had said, they'd only made one and they didn't, they wanted an opinion like, what makes it a junk journal? Is it because you make it out of junk, or because after you make it, you fill it with junk? The consensus is it's both, whichever you want it to be. So mine is a junk journal, but not made with junk. I'm going to put junk in it. So there you go. So again, I did multimedia. This one measures 6 by 8.5. And I saw somebody do the split ring like this. Normally I do a full spine, but I thought, I like the look of that, so I did it too. I thought it looked kind of cool. And it helps you use up the little bits that you have left over from a full one. So, okay. Again, I used the elastic I got at the dollar store. I sprayed it with crushed shells from Tattered Angels. Sorry about that, guys. And all my nails, I had to cut them all off because they just started going ping, ping, ping. So, oh well. So yeah, crushed shells on that. It was white and it was just a bit too white. So I did that. Then these were gifted to me from, now let me get this right, Perry Art, who is Patty. Oh, I got it right. Awesome. Yeah, she just gifted these to me, and as soon as I opened them, I was like, oh my goodness, I love them. So I put, what is that stuff called? Frontage on it. But the frontage, I bought the kit, like there's 5 different kinds in it. And the pink one, I don't know, it never looked pink to me. So I added a bit of pink to the mix. I have one from, I think it's Stampendous that I have. And so I just mixed some more pink in it, and I quite like that. The pearl is actually a really soft yellow. It probably comes across as cream, but it's a real soft yellow. And then the pink pearls, I believe that pearl set was a gift, but I cannot remember who gave it to me. This here is Hobby Lobby, but I sprayed it with Bodacious Blush, which is a Lindy Stamp Gang. This is the new stencil I got. It's just a tiny little stencil, but I loved the flowers. They kind of remind me of dogwoods. And I used Liquitex flexible modeling paste, and I went over it in like a million things, you guys, so I can't even really, tell you. There's perfect pearls, there's sprays, I just kept layering because I wasn't happy. I wanted it not so pink, and I did want pink, but I didn't want bubblegum pink, and so anyway, I just kept going. Well, I heated it, which makes it bubble. I don't know if you can see that, but it gives it texture when you heat the modeling paste with your heat gun. And of course, I don't use the hot heat gun when I do that. I use the Tim Holtz one, so it is, hot, but not like burning hot, and it will bubble it up. So I love that look. And then I did go over it with some perfect pearls. There's bronze and green, and what else did I do to it? I don't know. It's just a bunch of stuff. This here is a Butterbeast Scraps. No, maybe it's not because it's silver. I think I might have got that from eBay, as well as the Cameo. And I covered that in the frontage. And then this is that curtaining stuff that I just bought from Joann's, and I shredded it after I got it tied up. I just shredded it. And I like the way that turned out. It's shabby looking. The back, I didn't do anything other than Mod Podge. Again, this is done with, if it's not a scrap, it's papers, like single sheet papers that I've had. I might have one from a collection, and for some reason I bought one. I don't know. But, and a lot of the papers, paper that my mother had given me, they're 8 by 8, and they have like holes in the, actually I have a piece here. This is the stack. She gave me a whole stack of it, And it's all different colors, like there's yellow and blue and green, and there's all different patterns on it. Anyway, I pulled out the pinky color and the brownie color and used those up because I have a lot of it and I'm not using it. So that's what I tried to do in this book. So the first page is a little bit of washi tape here. That's all I did to that. This is, all of these images, almost 100% are downloads from Pinterest. And I think almost all of them I did cover in the gel medium. Almost all of them. And I pretty much just used 2 inks, Gathered Twig, as well as if I was having to ink over, you know, like something I had put the gel on, I used the Stays On in the Timber Brown. I forgot that I had these postcards. You know, you can get them in a sheet from Hobby Lobby or Joann's, I don't know. One of them I got it at. And they're already pre-stamped postcards, so I just attached an image and then I stamped over it with a script stamp I have, and then the Stampin' Up! It's the Eiffel Tower, and then left the back so I could write on the back, and then added another card. I'm getting almost to the end of the cards that Cheetah gave me. And then I ran this piece through a Tim Holtz and inked it up. And that's the, it says Paris, like down here. And then on this page, lots of layering. There's, this music note paper has some pink in it, so I thought, perfect, I'll use that. And then I don't even know where this paper comes from. Like I said, it's just all stuff I've had for a long time. Another download. I haven't done the gel on her yet. I probably will. And one of the paper clips that I just made a little while ago. And then this is, it downloads and says bookmark. So I thought that was kind of cute. And all I did to this was I just stapled this on. So, yeah, that's all I did to that. And then I did coffee stain. I do have it in a spray bottle, and I did add a little bit of re-inker for the vintage photo, so it you know, you don't have to wait so long for it to darken. And then I just hit it with my heat gun to dry it real quick. So this is one of those sheets that I showed you, and I did do an edge punch on this, added some washi. This here is a file folder that I got from the dollar store. I cut it down, stamped all of this, and then this is washi tape. And then on here there's a little bit of gold embossing powder. There's a little more gold on this one. This is actually the Frontage one. And script and washi. This is another, you know, download from Pinterest, and I created a pocket with it. I backed it on some cardstock. I created this little butterfly with the Martha Stewart, but the single butterfly, not the one that comes with the 3, just the single one. But I ran the paper through the embossing folder first, and then what I did was I embossed it with Lindy's, and it's Opal, hang on, I can't remember the name of it, Magic Moon Pearls. Just gorgeous. It just gives basically a bit of a shimmer to it. But then of course it, you know, thickens up the butterfly, right? And I did both sides, so it became plastic basically. Okay, a big doily here, small one here, and then I did edge punch a piece of paper. So that went down first. I did another smaller one and put it on like a, you know, I turned it, the square, so it's a triangle on this side. And then, you know, just layered and coffee stained, and yeah, I just kept doing stuff. And a piece of scrap that I just turned into a tag. This is one of the keys I put the Frontage on. So now you can see how I turn that, you know, sideways, cornerways, whatever you call it. This is a tag I did like ages and ages ago. I found in my stash. So I just tucked that in there. More, there's usually about 3 pages of lined paper, and then more of that. I did coffee stain this as well, so it I almost gave it a peach look, but I like it. And then more washi. This one here, another Pinterest. I made it into like a tuck, but I wanted to mat it so that it brightened it up. I also stamped, this is another one of the, this is the same file folder, just the other piece of it. And then this was a scrap piece of lace that I had. Another card that Sheeta gave me, so it's a nice little tuck spot there. And then this one, I added one of my paper clips. And then this is another download. I have a number of these glassine bags that were gifted to me, so I lined it and then ran it through a Cuttlebug, and then I inked it up. This one here is, I believe that's from, is it called Delight? I believe it's called Delight. This was a gift from Molly. I'm still using up some of those papers. So yeah, I just trimmed it out with some eyelash trim and a little tiny crochet cotton, another card, and left this blank. And then again, another one of those papers, more washi. This one here is a square doily, and I mounted it onto a scrap piece of cardstock. It's a little pattern there. And I inked the heck out of it. I stamped it, and yeah, I did a bunch of stuff. Here's another tag that I did a long time ago. And all I did to it today was I spritzed it with a little bit of pink, just so it wouldn't look so gold, and folded over the bag. The bag's a lot larger, and so this time, instead of having it stick up, I cut it down and I folded this down and attached it here and just created a pocket for that. And then on this side, I cut it and it looks like a shirt. And put a tag in there. This is another scrap. I splattered it with some pink, left it blank on that side. Did 2 layers of the on the edge doily die. I haven't done this tag yet, but this is going to go in there. I just have to mount it because it's just, this is all I do. It's copy paper. It's all I do. And just, I've been using, this time I'm using the glue. It's called Yes. It comes in a big tub. And all I do is I use a metal spatula, and I just spatula it on to get a nice even thin layer, and yeah, it adheres great. So this butterfly I did dimensional. Well, I basically left one wing up, so it won't stay dimensional. Leftover, you know, rosette. Oh, I remembered the name this time. And some more dyed paper. This one, I put it on this side. And this is Recollections, again, those, you know, envelopes that I have quite a lot of. So I'm using them. Trimmed it out. I stamped it with script and went over it with, it's the Tim Holtz, what is that, embossing, the Distress Embossing Powder, that's what it is. And then this is just another download from Pinterest that I did gel over. Another butterfly. And then there's another piece of, I believe it's from Delight. I think that's from that. And then this one is the music, the leftover music paper. I have almost no leftovers. I tried to use every scrap. And if they're small, I'm chucking them. I'm not adding to my scrap pile. I refuse to. And then I downloaded her because she was just beautiful, and mounted her on some pink. That's scrap. And little washi. And then I had these left over from the botanical tea party. I have the 8x8 pad, so yeah, I had these left over. And I double trimmed that out, as well as cut out, you know, some Martha Stewart punch. And that's it. That's my book. There's it's so full, I can't really add anything else to it. It's basically going to be a journal. You know, there's spots for me to add little photos and, or, you know, receipts or junk. Basically, I'm going to throw some junk in here. So that's my journal. I love making these things. It's so much fun, but the bad thing is that I can't put it down. I have to do it all in one day. This is actually 2 days because it takes time to, for all of this stuff to dry and whatever. But, you can see it's pretty thick. It wants to pop open, which is why I have this. It doesn't hold it down like super tight. There's still room to grow for sure. But it helps. Anyway, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. My husband's golfing, so that's why I sat all day long and played downstairs. So yeah, I have to get back to the gumball machine and finish that thing. Oh, and I have to do that box for my mother-in-law too. I haven't even started that. Oh, I guess I'm going to be busy. Anyway, we'll talk real soon. Have a great day. Bye.